ear towards music, and I think freshman year of high school, I had been playing drums, but that freshman year of high school I got myself a guitar and started learning chords and writing my own stuff, and had a couple bands in high school. It didn't really go anywhere besides just having a band in high school. But yeah, freshman year of college, I got pretty woke and shook, and I wrote some songs and decided these were good enough to put out. This is me at 2 years old. About every childhood picture I have is something along this line: me with a radio and a guitar, jamming out. This was my entire childhood. I love Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, the Beatles, of course, people like Simon and Garfunkel, just good songwriters like Carole King, James Taylor, Motown like Supremes, Marvin Gaye, the list goes on. I can't even, it's everything I listen to I think is an influence. I got to open for Don McLean through a couple set of miracles. They weren't originally going to have an opener, but they decided to add one on for the show. And my drummer, who is our manager, was helping to book that show and said, well, I know that Jared is probably the biggest Don McLean fan, and get this, his music sounds a little like Don McLean, so he would be a perfect opening act. And it went really well. All they wanted was just me and an acoustic guitar, so I was nervous to play for a crowd that size just by myself, but it went really well. Alright, we're about to go to the music room. It's a little messy, but we're going there. This is just kind of where I house my horde of music. My favorite part about being in the Lunar Laugh is the kind of collaboration. Honestly, I don't think I'd still be doing music if I didn't have those three guys to like bounce around ideas with, because it gets really lonely and you don't really know if you're any good until other people hear it. So when you have three other people to work with, and then producers on top of that, it's a lot more enlightening, and it kind of helps the creative process grow. So yeah, that's my favorite part, is getting to play music with those three guys, basically, because they're awesome. This is Little Green Cars Absolute Zero album. One of my favorite bands. They just broke up, so that's too bad. This is from 2013. They're an Irish band. If you haven't heard them, check them out. The ultimate end game would be to make money and sustain myself making music. Not just like make money, but also to support myself, a family, and get a house, and not have to have a quote-unquote real job, only to make music because it's what I want to do and because it's what I can do.